What's up guys, Track Palmer here. Don't let this person tell you this accident is your fault. Providing a dash camera video can settle all debates. This GKU D600 Pro Max 4K dash camera can record video for both the front and the rear of the vehicle. I'll show you how to install this and show you some of the feature that is packed in this little camera. This camera is very affordable for what you get. This camera has 24-hour parking monitor feature, but a hardwire kit is required for that. This has built-in Wi-Fi and GPS. Let's see what's inside the box. Here you'll find the user manual. And this is a detail of the warranty provided. This is the dash camera, very small and compact. To the bottom here you'll find the rear camera port and the USB Type-C power port. To the side here you'll find the snap picture button, and over to the other side you'll find a select button, which is also the button to change the camera view. You can switch between rear, front, or both rear and front cameras. Here is a pry tool and some clips to help install the rear camera. And here is the rear camera itself. Here you'll find the power supply, which I won't be using in this installation. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be using a hardwire kit. These are some static stickers that will be installed on the front windscreen and the rear glass. Here are extra two-sided tape to reinstall this camera in the event you have to move them. This is the bracket that mounts the camera. I can install it right here. And here is a used hardwire kit that I had in storage. I'll be installing this today because none was provided with this camera. They are sold separately. To install this, all I need is a pry tool provided. This is some alcohol with distilled water to clean the glass. And this is a microfiber cloth. Let's show you how easy it is to install this dash camera. Use the rubbing alcohol and clean the glass here. Now it's time to decide where to install this dash camera. You can install it wherever on the glass you want, once it's not obstructing your view. In my opinion, this is the perfect spot right here. Now it's time to install the anti-static sticker. I will peel off the film and install the static sticker exactly where I want the camera to be installed. Try and install it in such a way to avoid air pockets. Now this is installed. Now I will peel off the film off this camera bracket and install the camera as straight as possible. The camera is installed. Very easy, isn't it? Now it's time to run the rear camera. It is a good time to test if the camera is working, but I know this one is working. To install the rear camera, I'll plug in this jack in the port and run the wires under the roof. Now it's time to use the plastic pry tool that was provided. I'll just take my time and run the wire under the roof and to the back glass. Now I can pull this panel apart. A lot of vehicles have airbag right here. Now I will just take my time and tuck the wires under this weather strip and to the back of the windscreen. Now the wire is exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to clean the rear glass as well and install the static sticker. Now I can plug in the rear camera. This camera can only be plugged in one way, so you can't mess this up. Now before I peel off the film and install the rear camera, I will power up the camera to look at the viewing angle of this camera. There's an upside down and a upside up way to install this camera. This is really not necessary though, because the camera has a feature to flip the rear camera view in the event you install it upside down. But I'll show you how to avoid installing it that way. I'll power up the camera and view it. My observation is showing that when the wire is facing this way to the right, that's the upside. So now I can peel off the film and install this rear camera as straight as possible. Note that this camera angle can be adjusted. You can point it vertically, up and down, but you want to adjust it so you are seen clearly behind the vehicle. This green light here indicates that the camera is recording. Now, if you don't have a hardwire kit, you can install this power supply that was provided with the camera. You'll just run this wire under the roof and under the side panel here and tuck away as much of the wire as possible, but there will still be some wire exposed. I don't like that install, so I'll be installing this hardwire kit. This is a fuse type hardwire kit, but there's a better one. I highly recommend buying the OBD2 hardwire kit because it's simply plug and play. You just plug this in your OBD2 port and this will provide power to your dash camera. You wouldn't have to do all these steps that I'm going to do right now to install this fuse type hardware kit. But if you want to learn how to do this, follow these steps. Find your fuse box. It's normally under the dash or to the side right here. Now you'll need a multimeter or a test light. I'm using a simple test light. While the vehicle is off, connect one end of the test light to a ground source. Now I need to find a fuse that always has power. That fuse is connected directly to the battery. It will have power whether or not the vehicle is on. Now I need to ensure that the vehicle is off and find a fuse that always has power. This fuse has power and the vehicle is off. So this is a battery fuse. Now while the vehicle is still off, I need to find a fuse that doesn't have power. This fuse does not have power. Now I will turn on the vehicle and see if this fuse has power when the vehicle is on. I can see that this fuse now has power. That means this is an accessory fuse. So now I found my two fuses. These are the fuses I'll use to connect the hardwire kit. I need to remove these two fuses. I can use a pointy nose pliers to remove this. Now these fuses should be plugged into the wire tap right here, which is on the hardwire kit. But note that the fuse for this tap here is different from the fuse in this vehicle. Not to worry, these hardwire kits come with 3 different types of fuses. This is the most common fuse here, but this is the one that works with this Hyundai Elantra. The fuse that come with these taps should be installed right here to the extreme end. And the fuse coming from the vehicle should be installed right next to it. Alright, now I can swap these out. These are the same colors, so it doesn't matter which one you use. But note that the yellow wire here is the constant 12-volt battery connection, and the red one is for the accessory fuse. Now I will insert the 20 amp fuse that I removed earlier. Now for the accessory fuse. I'm going to remove this 15 amp fuse, insert it in the fuse tap, and then insert the fuse tap right here. Ensure that these taps are secured. Now I need to find a place for the ground. There is a convenient nut right here which is a good ground source. I will just loosen this nut and secure the ground wire right here. I'm going to run this wire to the side right here, so I will need to remove this cover. Now I'm going to secure the wires here with a tie strap so they don't move around. Now I'm going to run this wire under the weather strip and to the dash camera. Now I will reinstall this cover right here. All I need to do is just to run the wire under the weather strip. This bulky piece right here can fit under this panel comfortably. Now this side has an airbag, so I will run the wire under the airbag so it doesn't affect the airbag in the event it is deployed. Now the wire is neatly tucked away. Put the weather strip back in place and run the wire under the roof. I'm not using the pry tool here, but you can use it. My fingers work just as good as the pry tool provided. Now I will tuck the excess wire away. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the installation. The installation is actually done. Now I'll install a memory card that is also sold separately. I'll unplug it and then insert the memory card. After the memory card is inserted, it will ask you to format it. Press the button to the side to format the memory card. Remember to remove the protective film at the front of the camera. So the job is done. That's pretty much the installation process. But I'll show you how to install the camera app and the features in the app. You can grab your user manual and look for the barcode here, or go to the app or Google Store and search for the GKU Go app. I'll be using the user manual here. Open the camera and scan the QR code. This will take you directly to the Play or App Store. Now I can install the camera right here. Now I will connect to the camera by Wi-Fi. Ensure that the camera is powered on and go to the Wi-Fi setting. Search for GKU right here and enter the code 12345678. Now the phone is connected to the camera. Here I can view both the front and the rear cameras. This button here switches the camera horizontally and vertically. This button here switches between front and rear cameras. If I was driving, this here would show the miles per hour or kilometers per hour depending on the setting you choose. Right here you can pause the recording or start recording. And to the left here you can see your stored videos and pictures. Over to the right here are the settings. Link for this camera and hardware kit is in the description below. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. But before you go, please like this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.